In this video, we'll talk about combinations. So we use a combination when we want to select k objects from n objects. By that I mean, like, say there are 10 people in the class and you want to choose 2 of them for a committee. Or you have 5 pairs of shoes and you want to choose 3 pairs of shoes. So you're choosing objects from a total pool. And you want to select these objects without replacement, so you're not going from the back. And most importantly, the order of the objects doesn't matter. So, like, again, if you were trying to choose a committee, it doesn't matter who you pick to be on the committee first, because committees are all kind of at the same level. Or if you were picking out 5 CDs from your 100 CDs to take with you on your road trip, it wouldn't matter which order you pull them out in, because you're just kind of going to shove them all in your bag and it doesn't really matter. So the number of possible combinations of k objects from n objects is, so we write it like this, we say n choose k is equal to n factorial over k factorial times n minus k factorial. So we say n choose k, we also call n choose k the binomial coefficient. If you're using your calculator, not for all calculators, but most of them will have a little symbol of n choose r. They just do an r instead of a k for some reason. So you'll notice this formula set has factorials, this exclamation point. If you don't know what that means if you have like n factorial, that would be n times the number less than it times the number less than that times all the way down to 1. So for example, 6 factorial would be equal to 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Now 0 factorial would just be equal to 1, which we've just defined mathematically, that's just the way it is. So if I wanted to say do 10 objects and I want to choose 2 of them, I would write this as 10 choose 2. Now this does not mean 10 divided by 2. Do not put this in your calculator to divide. You want to look in your calculator for something that's like NCR to use that. Or if you're going to try and use it by hand, it would be n factorial, so the 10 factorial, over k factorial, so 2 factorial, times n minus 2, so 10 minus 2 factorial. But even that is probably more than you truly want to put into your calculator. You could, but again, I would just use my calculator. So I'll use my calculator, and I'll look for something that's like n choose r, so I'll put in like 10, and then I'll push whatever button I have to push to get NCR, and then I'll put in 2. And this gives me 45. So this tells me if I had 10 total objects and I want to pick 2 of them, there would be 45 different ways that I could pick 2 of them.